Anyway, what was I talking about? Raw, SmackDown? I don't even know. So, oh yeah, the GM. So Daniel Bryan was named the GM for SmackDown under Shane McMahon as the commissioner, and Raw's commissioner Stephanie McMahon named Mick Foley as the Raw GM, which was pretty cool. So, obviously, I was expecting, as many others were as well, Triple H to be named the Raw general manager, and I could not be happier that was not the case. Just because, and I don't hate Triple H, I don't mind him as a wrestler, I don't mind him as an authority figure, I just hate the Authority, period. And I could really, honestly do without seeing the Authority back in power ever again. We had the Authority for almost 3 straight years. SummerSlam in 1 month marks the 3-year anniversary of the Authority. We still have the remnants of it on television. I know Seth Rollins is still heel, I know that doesn't really count because he's on his own now, but we still have Stephanie every single week on TV, slapping people, undermining people, emasculating the baby faces and heels, regardless how big or small you are, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman. She's still doing her thing, and she can be a great heel from time to time, but it's just that stupid-ass slap that serves no purpose. We've talked about it time and time again here on the show, how Stephanie's slapping talent really does nothing to put her over, put the superstars over. It just bugs the shit out of me, but at any rate, hopefully we won't be seeing much of that going forward with Mick Foley as the new Raw general manager. So the point I'm trying to make is that I'm ecstatic that Triple H is not the new Raw GM. And that day, July 18th, did fall on the 5-year anniversary, rather, of when Triple H came back as the new COO of the WWE. When Vince was about to fire John Cena, Triple H returned for the first time since the Raw after WrestleMania 27 and announced that Vince McMahon, and I quote, was relieved of his duties, although he technically wasn't, but anyway, so I was glad that weird twist of fate did not come to fruition, and instead we had Foley running the reins of Raw, taking the reins of Raw, so I think that's great. And Daniel Bryan as the GM of SmackDown, it had been rumored for about, people have been speculating about it for a while now, but it really the rumors heated up last week when a shot of the WWE app leaked online, and apparently it was the Raw result, and it said SmackDown, the Yes Movement comes to SmackDown, or something like that. So, and then it was immediately deleted, so that pretty much spoiled Daniel Bryan as the SmackDown GM, although I can't complain, he's a great fit for the SmackDown GM role. Daniel Bryan has talked about time and time again, he went on a huge, tirade about it on Table for 3 earlier this year, late last year, I forgot when it was, I think it was late last year, with Ryback and Dolph Ziggler talking about it. We read rumors about it at the time, when Daniel Bryan really wanted that brand split back. And now he's retired, so it sucks he's not a part of it, but this is the best they could do with him, and being involved in a part of the brand split by being the GM of SmackDown, the show that he was really petitioning to be, as important as it once was, back when he was Intercontinental Champion early last year. He really wanted to be a SmackDown guy, and I can, without a doubt, obviously this is, common knowledge, but if Daniel Bryan was still wrestling, he would undoubtedly be the perfect face of the blue brand. And now we have Dean Ambrose, John Cena, AJ Styles. So the next best thing with those 3 guys, and we'll talk about that as we talk about the results of the draft momentarily. But bottom line, I like Mick Foley and Daniel Bryan as the respective GMs. I know Stephanie is still, running Raw to an extent, and here's hoping. It's only been 1 week. We had a lot of bickering back and forth between Shane and Stephanie on Monday's Raw and on SmackDown backstage, in the ring, all this other shit. It's just so annoying. It's so annoying. I could really do without the McMahon family drama for 5 minutes. It's been shoved down our throat for not the past 3 years since the dawn of the Authority, but rather the past fucking 15, 20 years since the dawn of heel authority figures in wrestling, starting with Vince McMahon himself. And it's only deteriorated since then. That whole, that tripe, I guess, that trope that heel GMs, must be, or the GMs of any respective wrestling show must be heel, must be vindictive, must be, drunk with power. And I'm just so tired of that angle, of that storyline, of that, I don't know what the word for it is, but just that, that heel GM authority figure bullshit, I guess is the right word for it. I'm just so sick of it. And thankfully that seems to be no longer the case with Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley running their respective shows. I think it's great.